It's all part of the territory. The red maple it died. So I'm digging it up and gonna replace it with a Celeste fig. So goodbye, red maple. You've caused enough grief. One of the branches broke while I was pushing leverage on it, and I tripped and slid down over the branches. It had such a big taproot, I had to recruit help. So Heavy didn't want to be filmed, but he's working hard. The Japanese red maple is out, and the Celeste fig is in. Just got to remove the tags, and I'll add some more mulch later. Right now I'm watering in and making sure there's no air pockets and all that jazz. Since I got such a nasty injury on my arm today, I am going to follow Mr. Charles Hancock, the old Alabama gardener's advice, and make a Comfrey Poultice. I'll just cut a few leaves, blend them up with a tiny bit of water to make a thick poultice, and apply it, and wrap it up and keep it on for a few hours, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I've got my Comfrey. I've got a cutting board and a knife to chop it up with. I've got my little snips. I'm going to get a couple leaves. I don't need a whole lot. So I don't want to do too much, but I want to do enough that I can also freeze a little bit of the poultice in this ball freezer jar. I don't typically use plastics, but I think it'll be okay for this purpose. So I'm cutting off some of these bigger leaves. I had not planted this yet. I had just started it. I got it from Lake Effect Farm, and I've been growing it from the root, and of course it's ready to go in the ground, and I've decided where I was putting it, but after the injury today, I decided to go ahead and cut a little bit first and make the poultice. Now I've also got my Ninja here, so that's what I will be making the poultice with. I just simply chopped up the Comfrey. So I have one of these surgical dressings and a cheap dollar elastic bandage. I'm going to put my Comfrey on that, and then I'm going to put it on the injury. And as you can see, it's pretty nasty looking and bruising up pretty good. Not too horribly painful, just burns. It's gonna bruise real good though, because I bruise real easy anyway. Okay, I came outside to show you how that I wrapped that Comfrey, because my father-in-law is watching westerns and it's loud, and I don't want to keep muting the TV on him. He's really interested in what he's watching. So anyway, I had the surgical pad. I laid it across the ace bandage. I put the Comfrey on there, then applied it to the skin and wrapped that bandage sort of snugly and clipped it. And I'm just going to leave it on for a few hours, and we'll see how that does. Hopefully this is going to feel much better, and I'll be tickled to death. I've heard great things about Comfrey. I've not done a whole lot of research. I got mine from Lake Effect Farm, as I said, and it's growing. So it's been about an hour since I applied the poultice, and I can tell you, it's helping. Wherever it's in contact with is not burning, and the places that it's not in contact with is still stinging. My pad wasn't quite big enough to cover that whole area, So I just got the worst of it first, and I am quite impressed. Look at this. I guess the cat came in and decided to take a bite out of crumb. That's okay. This stuff is great. It is BOCKING 14 Comfrey. It is not from seed. It is from root. I ordered it from Lake Effect Farm. And I put it in soil. In these little dollar planters. And that's where it's been for a couple months, just growing. And I've got another one in a smaller container that I've started. This is the smaller piece of comfrey that just sprouted. I've been keeping them all under grow lights, and the other ones have gotten bigger and are ready to go outside. This one is not quite there yet, and I'm sure there'll probably be more sprouts because there's probably 2 little roots in there, 2 cuttings. I keep saying roots, but I mean cuttings. And I'm excited to have it because it is definitely working on my arm. Okay, so it's been about 2.5 hours since I applied the comfrey. I have absolutely no pain wherever the comfrey is. The only areas that hurt are those places where there's no comfrey. They sting still. But the only thing I notice about where it's wrapped is that it's wrapped. So comfrey definitely works for removing pain, and I'm going to leave the bandage on just because there's no pain, and I'll probably take it off in another couple hours or so, but that's the conclusion. The comfrey works, and I'm very tickled about that.